Hi, it's Jeffrey from 9 Dots. Welcome to hashtag Connect the Dots, episode 21. Last week, I went to the National Achievers Congress, primarily to see Gary Vee. He was in Philadelphia, and I'm a big fan, so I want to see what he had to say. But there were a bunch of other speakers there, and it was a long day with a lot of content. A lot of motivational speakers, real estate people, business people, leadership. Tony Robbins ended it. Doug Peterson, the coach of the Eagles, was there. And it was an incredible experience. And it made me think about the fact that it's the importance of professional development. And I was there with my good friend Michael Friel, a State Farm agent who he and I are big fans of professional development. And it was good to share it with someone. So one of the things I say is if you are going to go out there and do some sort of professional development, it's always good to have a wingman, and we had a really good time. But I want to reflect on the two key things that kind of came out of it for me. One was, Gary Vee, someone I've been following for a long time, and I've done a lot with in terms of sharing why I think he's good, despite some of his bravado and brash. And seeing him live was great, and it was something I really wanted to do, and I'm really happy that I do it. And I think it's important, again, one of the elements is that you need to show up to get value out of things. The second thing was seeing Tony Robbins, which was something I had wanted to do. I've been, a fan of his from Awaken the Giant and a lot of his content through the years, and he's pretty much a remarkable figure in the people he's worked with and helped. So I was excited to see him. I'd seen videos of him, but there wasn't anything quite like the experience of seeing him live. It was, I like to describe it sort of as a cross between a rock concert and what I imagine a mind-destructive cult is like. There was something in the air about this mass audience, and I thought about whether I drank the Kool-Aid, and I think what he said made a whole lot of sense, and his using the energy and creating the energy with the jumping and the clapping was remarkable. And I just remember thinking at different times he would ask, do you feel better than you did when you first started here? And everyone, there were 6,000 people there, and everyone's going, yeah! And at different stages of time when he asked this, I did yell, yeah, but in my mind I'm thinking, I've got a headache, and I'm not sure I want to be here anymore. And I think the reality of that is that, despite enjoying the experience and really happy that I went, it doesn't mean that you have to buy everything that you hear. There are a lot of people there sort of selling from the stage, and I think you need to keep perspective and context for any of these professional development experiences that you have. And I was really keen to take away things that made sense for me, and I think that's the important thing for people to basically find what makes sense for them, show up and try things out, listen to different people. When I talk about advice and I talk to people who have less experience than me just by age or anything else, I kind of say, two things. I say, one, my advice and, $4 can get you a coffee at Starbucks. That's my joke. But the other thing is that it's one thing if one person gives you a piece of advice, but if you keep hearing the same kind of advice from multiple people, then maybe it's worth paying more attention to, as well as considering the source of that information and what experience that person has. But the bottom line is, I think, spending time investing in yourself, both time and money, to further yourself, to improve, it's a lifelong thing. I think being a lifelong learner is one way to continue to improve who you are, both personally and professionally. So I encourage you to go and do that. If you're thinking about signing up for something, perhaps the Connects Content Marketing Workshop that we're running at the end of June. There's connectscontent.com. A little self-promotion, but overall, whatever you end up doing, go in all in and enjoy it, make the most of it, but don't feel you have to drink the Kool-Aid completely, and take what makes sense to you inside, but enjoy it. So thanks very much for listening. I appreciate those who are following me, and please comment and share, all that good stuff. So thanks again, and happy connecting.